How narcissists use name-calling to manipulate your behavior. In addition to using name-calling to diminish your self-esteem and your self-worth and convince you that you aren't worthy of being treated with love and respect and you'll probably never find anyone as good as them, another thing that name-calling does is it manipulates your behavior. And I'll give you an example of this. Let's say a narcissist wants you to do something for them. They'll accuse you of being selfish or never doing anything for them so that you're like, no, wait, I'm not selfish. I do things for you. Like, look here, let me prove myself to you. Let me prove how not selfish I am. Let me prove how I do things for you. And this was something that my narcissistic ex did to me, but it was so disorienting to me because I was like, are you crazy right now? Like, I would literally be scrubbing stains out of his shirt. Meanwhile, he's cutting and making things for dinner. And he would say things like, you never help me, while I am literally scrubbing the stains out of his shirt. And I would just look at him and say do you not see what I'm doing right now? But the funny thing about it is that it was often when I was helping him or when I was doing stuff for him that he would say that, like almost to affirm like what you're doing is not good enough, like you need to do more. Or if I didn't do something that he liked or I didn't, perform in exactly the right way, he would say, you're so selfish. You literally only care about yourself. And I'm like, what about all these other things that I did for you? And at first I would want to prove myself like, no, I'm not selfish. Like, look, I did X, Y, and Z. Like, look, and I'm about to do this other list of things for you. And with time, that wanting to prove myself to him, I realized that this is not healthy. I can never please him. I can never win his approval. I can never make him happy because no matter what I do, it's just never going to be good enough. And over time, that desire to please and that desire to win his approval turned into anger and resentment. And when he started calling me selfish or started saying like things like, you never help me, my response just became more and more angry. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, do you not realize all that I have done for you? And then that's when the discard began, because he realized that he could no longer manipulate me in that way and keep using me by falsely accusing me of being selfish or falsely accusing me of never doing anything for him when I did literally so much for him. I mean, it's mind-boggling. So that is a way that a narcissist will use words to try to control your behavior. They'll falsely accuse you of things that aren't true so that you try to win their approval and try to prove to them that those false labels they've given you aren't actually true.